a keto version of flank steak fajitas that are going to be done in under half an hour or close to it, depending on how long you take to prep. Hi, I'm Urvashi. My blog is twoslivers.com, and I'm going to show you how to make a flank steak fajitas starting with your own spice mix. The smart thing to do on this one is to make your spice mix ahead of time. We're going to make it together right now. I am using a teaspoon of ancho chili powder, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, half a teaspoon of ground coriander, a fourth of a teaspoon of onion powder, a fourth of a teaspoon of garlic powder, and about a teaspoon, well, let's start with half a teaspoon. So the reason that I'm using granulated onion and garlic is because then when you make up this mix, it will last in your pantry and you don't have to make it fresh each time you want to make the fajitas, which is going to make it go a whole lot faster. So now I have here a pound of flank steak. Flank steak is a very, very tough cut of meat, but if you cook it fast and you don't overcook it, it can be absolutely delicious. It's got a wonderful chew to it. We're going to take our spice mix here and just pour it on. And you know, your need for spice is going to vary. And then I'm going to put in about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I'm going to cut up a lime here. Feel free to use lemon juice if that's what you prefer. We're going to squeeze this in. And the reason that we're using the lime apart from flavor is because we want to tenderize the flank steak a little bit. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put the whole one in. So 1 small lime squeezed in here. Oh, it smells so delicious. You're going to want to get in here with your clean hands and just swish this around until you get all of this marinade all over the flank steak. This is actually a good time to poke it a little bit. Take out all your aggressions right here so that the marinade will penetrate a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to set this aside while we get our vegetables. The key to cooking fast in something like this is to actually not have everything prepped ahead of time. Get your ingredients together, but you can prep the veggies while your marinade, your steak marinade. We're gonna slice this somewhat thin so that they'll cook fast and even. Okay, so you're gonna spray a baking sheet, 13 by 9 baking sheet. You're gonna need a lot of room on here. And then you could tip your vegetables in here. You're gonna mix all this. And then we're just gonna put some oil straight onto it. And then I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt. Now, you could put the leftover spice mix on this. I wouldn't, just because you want your vegetables and your meat to taste different. They can't all taste exactly the same, right? So again, get in here, massage this. The more you press down gently with your hands in here, it macerates the vegetables a little bit. You want that. You want them to start releasing some of their water and their juice in here. We're gonna get back in here with our flank steak that we had. Make sure it's well coated. See how it's picked up that color and the marinade? And the reason you're putting your flank steak on the side is your vegetables and your flank steak may not cook in the same time period. So you want to be able to lift one out if you need to. So I'm putting my flank steak here flat. I'm going to put all of the last of the marinade in here so that I have it. I have them as spread out as I possibly can in one layer. I've turned my oven on to broil and I'm going to put this in there. Okay, so we took our flank steak out. We're going to let it rest. We all know that steak and all kinds of meats do much better when they rest. I put the vegetables back in for a couple of minutes just because I want a little bit more of a crisping on the onions. While that's going on, you can get your accompaniments together. So you could do an avocado, you can do cheese, you can do sour cream, you can do guacamole if you like. The one thing you're not going to do for a keto version is you're not going to do tortillas. So you have to have enough other flavor on the table that you're not going to miss the carbs. And let me tell you something, you will realize that all of the flavor is in the meat and in the vegetables. So you are not going to mind the fact that there's one ingredient missing because you will have a table full of wonderful things. All right, so here we are with our vegetables. So it was about 8 to 10 minutes of prep. The flank steak marinated while I was doing all of that. It took me about 6 or 8 minutes to make the flank steak. I used a thermometer for medium rare. You want the inside to read about 135. And then we're gonna let the flank steak rest. It's gonna continue to cook as it does that a little bit. I gave the vegetables another 2 minutes and we're gonna cut this flank steak on the bias. I'm Urvashi. My blog is tuslivas.com. I hope that was helpful. And if you found this helpful, please share this video. Thanks for watching.